My team in Nakuru received a report from Narok that there is a driver who went missing. He was a taxi driver in Narok.
They made their way to Narok Police Station, where they sought the audience of Narok Police boss Abdi Galgalo.
He was in school on Monday until 5, the normal time we release them, since this is a day school, after which we have not set our eyes on him again.
The suspects, Solomon Dirunjeri, Silas Maina Muturi, Geoffrey Lobui Morgan and Moses Lonyate, are being held in Narok Police Station after the head of prosecution asked the court for a 10-day investigation period. The 4 suspects are believed to have tortured the taxi driver to death and were in the process of disposing of the body when they were nabbed. Police suspect they carjacked the taxi driver in Narok town on Monday and killed him before stashing the body in the boot. Trix Ingado, KTN News.
That, I think, is one of the most chilling stories I've listened to in a long time. And of course, one would first of all ask why. Because you see, one might want to say that sometimes people steal because they don't have a job, because they are idle, but these are guys who are in school.
What I can say, Michael, is for me, what is happening in the society today, especially to our children, I'm talking as a parent, is our children behavior is a reflection of what is happening to the family unit. It's broken. Yes, the family unit is broken, and they do not really, they tend to, behave in this manner to seek attention. We are too busy looking for money. We are too busy leading our lives. We don't have time for children. So our children tend to, they kill.
So like they've brought themselves up.
Yes, they're looking for our attention.
One would wonder if they are trying to enact a movie. Is it something they watched?
Okay, honestly, it's how some people can just come together and plan a murder. It's those things you read in a novel. Maybe a really nice novel, and then you think, how about we just try this? Or maybe you think you played it in a video game somewhere, so you think, how about we try this? Or maybe it's one of those movies you've watched somewhere and get to do that. But having said that, they must be really having a mind of a criminal, because it's not just an easy thing that somebody just gets to do, especially if you're a teen. They must be 17, 16, 18, because if they're in Form 4, then that is the age.
Actually,
17 to 19.
The 4 of them was 17 to 19.
Yeah. So and that age, who has hurt you so badly that you really want to hurt somebody else who has nothing to do with whichever hurt you had? This is they're sick. They actually are sick. This is mental illness. It's not normal. Like children can just do that. It's okay, when we hear these stories about they were drunk out of their minds. Because maybe that is stress for examination or anything.
But is that really okay, Adhiambo?
No, it is more normal. It's more normal to say they were drunk somewhere. Drunk. But killing somebody somewhere, that is beyond comprehension even.
Well, killing, it happened. Still a matter that is being discussed. But again, I would say, and this may sound again funny, we've always said things are thick out there with the young people. I know there are many things that are positive that are happening with young people, but again, like she said, this is a reflection of what is happening in our society, and many times we've discussed such things in this show. But the point again is, when you look at the picture of those young boys and what happened and what was going through their mind, and I like the way you're saying acting a movie and all that, and also reflect back at our high schools, even in the city, where young people would leave the house in the morning, like today, and this guy will not go to school. He will get to the next matatu and become the tout. Okay, when we see them every day, a guy has left home, is going to school, is now the tout, is the trendy guy every girl is talking about, is collecting money, and within time you start to think, okay, at least today I made 3,000, tomorrow I make 5,000, tomorrow he thinks I can make 10, the next day he thinks, actually I can own this matatu. And with this kind of mindset, young people are getting spoiled. And it is the kind of thing that makes you think, okay, this is a guy with a car, I can kill him. I can have this car. I can team up with so and sell the car and become a millionaire or whatever it's going to be in a short time. I think the minds of young people, and again, just the other day when there was a report released that young people said, I don't mind stealing to get rich now. That is very true, I think.
Yeah, and I think that report also would reflect where we are headed, given that the youth today don't mind where you get the money so long as you're rich. This again, of course, would be a reflection of that. But I don't know what changed, because I remember, like you mentioned, it's a family unit that has really gone down. But I remember when I was growing up, as boys, the biggest fear that we had was to make a girl pregnant. Now we've changed, and now people just kill. I mean, literally left, right, and center. So I don't know what needs to be done.
They're not afraid of anything anymore. There's nothing that is holding them back from doing whatever it takes to be what they think or perceive is what the society is looking at. So for them, being wealthy or being rich or being trendy is what is more important. So the end justifies the means for them. It's really a very serious, this is a very fertile imagination for them. Like to reach there in order to become something, it's just...
They must have done other things.
Yeah, but yes, it must be really bad.
Just thinking,
No, I think the youth have generally just gone wild, and we look at, one time they are killing taxi drivers, another time they are stabbing their boyfriends 22 times.
Yes,
How do you guys...
we have those cases where, 22 times.
I think
that's a very
you count up to
22 times,
to confirm death.
No, that I think is literally a feat of rage. I'm not even sure if you're in your right mind when you're doing that, because I mean it's scary enough to stab somebody once and they're feeling pain, but 22 times.
Yes.
Yeah, and this is your boyfriend.
Even killing a cuckoo.
Even just chicken.
That's true. There are some people I know who would not be able to
me,
slaughter.
other than the notion that they need to get rich quickly anyhow, for me, I think there's an underlying issue which we need to address.
Yeah, and this seems not just to be a thing of becoming rich, because the other thing that's really grown now that you've brought up the issue of stabbing 22 times, we have the musician who was killed by her... I forget her name now. Who was the husband is suspected to be the killer. We also have the other incident that took place in Nyayo Estate, where we had a lady who was killed and left dead by her
and
boyfriend.
The latest one where the university students, they were both university students. The boy was the 23-year-old was he was a footballer in the local league, and the girlfriend is actually she was found there. Having
no, she was sitting
right next to the body.
Yes.
Okay. Like she's just fine.
Actually,
I've killed him. We're
she
good.
allegedly stabbed him because the gentleman posted a picture of another woman on Facebook.
Wow.
Social media, there we go again.
Yeah, so I think as a society, really, there needs to be introspective, and for us to ask ourselves the question, what really is going wrong? Because if young boys will leave school and go kill a taxi driver, put him in the... I mean, that sounds
in the boot, like what was the plan with it? What was the plan with the body?
Yeah, I mean, it's scary enough.
Just like, come for me now.
No, when you're driving a car and there's a body in the boot.
You see, when it happens to other people, it sounds like it can never happen. It seems so far away. But then I think for me, it's about we need to, do self-assessment. What could be wrong with probably me? What could be wrong with the way I parent my children? Am I there for them? If we start from there, then we can now break out to the bigger picture. Otherwise, if we keep condemning what's happening to the next person, like, that's really gross, like it can never happen to you.
Like Mike, now we should take a photo and that she will post on our social. Then we see what happens to her.
Of whose photo? Yours.
We don't want to take this right now. We don't want to take
we do an experiment.
You post a photo of me.
Yeah, let Stephen post because he got married recently.
The point is, I mean, at what point of thought?
A photo.
Do you get yourself thinking, okay, probably you saw a photo, probably you want to discuss it.
Yeah.
You didn't have time to discuss it, you just came and whatever that photo was, enda ukachukua ingine mahali huko. I mean,
as in how?
Really?
Anyway, I think we're living in a very angry society.
People are angry.
We are very angry.
Maybe that explains why we are 12th. According to
so now we are not happy.
Yes, now we are not very happy. Because the time we were very happy.
I think we are happy.
We're not happy.
And according to a report here in the Nation, Somali apparently is the happiest East African. Somali is the happiest in East African region, according to a UN
They are
report.
happy with whom?
They are happy.
The Somalis in Kenya.
Or they're the ones who are in Kenya. I think the ones in Kenya, the ones they talked to, those people are happy.
I think we're a very happy people because I'll have a begin on this one. So many bad things happen in this nation, and we're just talking about the corruption issues and you know, poverty and everything going on. But people have strength to move on, and in 1 day, 2 days, we seem to forget and say, oh, we are still cool people. You find us having fun, social places and everything. I think Kenyans are happy. I don't know which generation in Kenya is not happy.
Yeah, well, according to that survey, we're 12th in Africa, and apparently Somalia is happier than we are.
What is Somalia?
What makes
they
them
talk
happy?
to the Somalians
No,
here.
the question is, why aren't we as happy as Somalis? Maybe it's because we have this anger
We
issues
have
that we are
anger
dealing
issues,
with.
we have corruption.
We are still happy.
We have elections coming in
We have elections coming,
2017.
yes.
We are still happy.
So you reckon we're
Those
still
people
happy?
did not talk to me.
Those people did not talk to me.
Yeah, of course, the other question would be how they actually come up with that
probably,
survey.
yes.
What questions do they ask? But anyway, I think one other thing that Kenyans, we are very good at is that we also have positive. Like now there's a story that we had, and we're going to run that, of a disabled young man. He's disabled, but against all odds, he has definitely taken in Narok, I believe it is, and let's just have that story, and one of the reasons why as Kenyans we are so resilient. So here's a story.
Mimi ni kiranja wa shule, hata wa darasa, na pia mimi ni captain wa mpira. Asante.
19-year-old Victor is like a wolf in a group of lions, struggling to match his peers with resilience and enthusiasm. Both his hands are vividly abnormally short, but that does not deny him the balance needed in the game of soccer. He dribbles and even outdoes his opponents.
Ni tarau. Kwa sababu wanaona kama tuko tunaweza pamoja.
Perhaps that is why the leadership of Isinon Primary School, a school in the middle of the plains of Narok County, trusted him with leadership. Victor punishes the wrongdoers. Victor shakes hands. He also fights for his space. No game takes place without his go-ahead.
Nilisaliwa tu lakini sikupelekwa anywhere. Lakini nilianza tu hivyo nikaenda shule.
He is the third born in a family of 6, a pastoralist family. They could not take him to a special school. But that did not give Victor any headache. He largely uses sports to make himself feel appreciated by his friends, volleyball being his favorite. Victor is so sharp in class that he coaches his classmates a number of subjects. Mathematics is a walk in the park for him. He has never been below position 3 since he joined Nasser School. He confesses, now he is in class 8.
Nienda kushika chalk na nafanya hisabati. Lakini sisi andika juu, andika hapo chini tu.
He uses what he has to accomplish his tasks. His mouth supports one of his feeble fingers while writing on the board, with his classmates only paying attention to the figures he is well conversant with.
By 2.
Only 41% of the total population of Narok can read and write, putting Narok County at position 42 out of 47 counties on matters of literacy. This is according to a 2014 report by Interagency Rapid Assessment together with the Red Cross. The 2009 census indicated 2.3% of Narok residents living with a certain type of disability. That is 19,000 of the total population of 800,000. Many parts of the larger Ma community are yet to comprehend disability. Many families regarding disabled children as outcasts. But Victor seems ready to change this perception.
Kwa mwili ni disability, lakini kwa kichwa inatumika.
Wakati alikuwa mdogo si ndio tulikuwa tutamsaidia kufalisha nguo, kumuosha, mpaka akafika sasa anaweza jifalisha na anaweza andika.
Victor understands too well the secret behind the mantra that success is 99% sweat and 1% inspiration. In a community where one will cite only barriers and challenges, Victor is taking his time to redefine the common phrase beating all odds. Truly, he's beating all odds to emerge victorious in chasing after his dreams. Lofty Matambo, KTN News, Narok County.